What's good? What's good? What is good? This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth. Made it back from vacation. Tell me if you hear me. Tell me if you hear me. Let it know. Let them know. Like the video. Share the video. We got King C in the building. What's good, my brother? Peace and blessings to you. Tune in, hit the like button, and let's roll. Lamelo Holics, stand up. Shout out to my Lamelo Holics. Osmond's in the building. Macrina Daniel, peace and blessings, sister. She said, hey, DJ, Raw Truth. Yes, ma'am. Raw Truth family. We are a family. Did you like that? Did you like that? So I wanted to show you guys something on here. And let me go to Crooked ESPN for the stats last night's game. I had to watch the replay when I got home so I could look at the game, because when I look at the ticker, I said, wait, they beat the Bucks again? And then I see that Lamelo had a game winner. So shout out to League Pass, because, man, I don't know what I'll do without that. Shout out to Ed Houston. But this stat I'm about to show you guys is going to put the kibosh on all the James Borrego defenders who are making excuses of this egotistical coach for giving Lamelo lower minutes, which is weird in itself. I cannot wait to show you this. I'm waiting for it to load. Make sure you share the video and like the video as well. You know how YouTube is. All right. So let me take this part. Ed Houston says, these boys are exactly what their father said they would be. Yeah, they built for it. They're dogs. Sorry about that. They are dogs. And they were raised that way. This is nothing to him. When Lamelo did that game-winner floater, it was nothing to him. He's done it before. It just takes a coach to really see his potential. So as I scroll down, I want you to tell me what you see that's different. 35 minutes. Oh, 35 minutes. Now, on this show, what have I always said for LaMelo Ball? When LaMelo plays 35 or more minutes per game, the Hornets have an above 500 record. Now, I didn't make up the stat. And it's an easy stat to calculate. And it takes a while, but what you do is you count all the games LaMelo has played in, win or loss, and you calculate all of them. So last year, before LaMelo's wrist injury, me, Coach Joe, and everybody else counted all the games LaMelo played that season so far. And when it came down to it, the Hornets were 22-16, which is above 500, when LaMelo was able to get 35 or more minutes. That's impressive. And they can't take it away from this young man. He keeps defying the odds. He keeps having the deck stacked against him and still rises above the hate. Osmond says, national media taking notes. They said Melo is a lock for an all-star after last night game winner. He better be. He better be. So the stats are right there. And these shines want to continuously hate on this young man. Hate on a young brother because he's telling the truth on the side. They see his interviews and they question, why is he moody. Why is it Lamelo? There's a reason why Lamelo is the way he is. How can he trust people when the media is not helping him out? They have allowed this coach to get away with bad coaching, bad rotations. When he's in foul trouble, he's getting sat on the bench. That's not good for development. That is not good for development at all. Now, in the comment section, let me know if a star player or a rising star player, if they're sitting on the bench and not really getting the playing time, are they really developing? Now, if you tell me I'm wrong, I'm going to listen. King C says, is the new LaMelo Ball Jumpman logo? I think that was just Puma, my brother. Osmond says, still don't understand why Bridges, Rozier, and Hayward play more minutes like they are better than LaMelo. Hey, that's my guess. Ed Houston is giving a hell to the no on that. Like I thought I saw weird fan bases from other teams and other fans of other players, but the James Borrego fanboys are the most lunatic. There's got to be a new word for this. They're the most delusional when it comes to player development. They don't know what player development is by talking to them. So I remember a game when the Hornets was beating the team by like 10 points. They had the nerve to tell fans of LaMelo Ball that it's not about LaMelo, that they were beating this team by 10 points. And I'm like, idiot, don't you know a 10-point lead in the NBA is not a safe lead? It's never been a safe league in the NBA if you got a 10-point lead. Oh, LaMelo's in foul trouble, but he hasn't fouled out the whole game. I've seen LaMelo play in overtime with five fouls, playing a total of 40 minutes in one game. He didn't get fouled out. What's the next excuse? I'm not going to allow Shines to make excuses on this young brother because they tried to do this when he was in Lithuania. And I got a new term for it. It's called playing with stats. So they pick a selective stat, and then they try to bamboozle everybody and trick everybody into thinking that this coach is doing what's best for LaMelo, and that's a damn lie. Because when I watch Trae Young and John Morant play, and they're young guys, they get in foul trouble too. Their coaches don't take away their minutes. Shout out to the homie, A Royal Perspective. Thank you for tuning in. Consultant says, bro, LaMelo is leaving after his contract is in. This icon should be averaging 30 a game. But, brother, they're going to call us delusional for thinking that. for believing that you're supposed to build this team the right way and treat your young players as a star, which is the right thing to do. Suave says LaMelo all-star. He better be. Ed Houston says Mr. Ball is still pushing for all the brothers to be on the same squad. That will be mind-blowing. Hey, man, you never know in the future. Right now, LaMelo Ball's doing this thing, and he should be an all-star. He should get all types of awards. He's really the main reason why the Hornets are right now above 500. And this coach, James Borrego, as he does all the time, wants to take credit for everything, never wants to give everybody else the credit. So this is what he is. I'm not surprised. Every time a reporter, y'all realize that, right? When a reporter asks JB, and this is what trips me out. When a reporter asks JB about LaMelo's performance, he will give LaMelo small compliments, and then he will talk about another player. Why would you bring up another player when the main question is about LaMelo? I get it. You're trying to paint the picture. Oh, it's not about LaMelo. It's about the whole organization. I'm not saying LaMelo's LeBron because no one's LeBron, but I'm comparing it to a young star. There's different levels to stardom. When LeBron James was a rookie or when he was a second-year player, you didn't see his past coaches talk about, well, LeBron had a good game, but, Ilgauskas really did his thing. You never saw that. Oh, y'all want me to play the LaMelo game winner, huh? Game winner. All right, I'm going to play it. Y'all can thank me later for this. I'm going to pull up the game winner. Y'all be patient with me. Get the likes up. What up to Jaheim Nesbitt, man? A good brother. Okay, LaMelo game winner. Game winner. Okay. Hope they don't trip off about it. So I'm about to share. What's good, Trail the True? What's good, my brother? What photo are you talking about? He said, send me that photo. Which photo? James Rowe. He said, where y'all get that photo? I need that as my profile picture. Oh, okay. You follow me on Instagram. Just follow me on Instagram. I'm going to send you that picture. Hey, this photo right here, man, I'll tell you, man, this photo is art, bro. When I saw this photo, I said, this is going to be the thumbnail. And I'm going to caption it by saying LaMelo's time. So the shines and haters could take a good look at it. Since they think it's not all about LaMelo. That's what they be telling us. Yeah, just follow me on Twitter, and I'll send you the photo, James Rowe, because it's really a masterpiece, bro. All right, I found it. Y'all got to thank me for this, man. I usually don't share videos of games, man, but this is important. This is very important. It is art, bro. I mean, you get it nowhere else. All right. I almost got it done. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show everybody the game winner. Yep, I'm about to play it. Oh yeah, JB can't ruin a good day. Nobody come to see you, JB. Nobody coming to see you, JB, man. Y'all see that? Let me take it back again.
Lamelo was cold offensively. Just one made field goal. Blows past Antetokounmpo.
Okay. I found it. So I'm going to play it right back. Tell me if you can hear. I'm going to play it right back to the game winner. Shout out to everybody in chat. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Michael Young said he won James Regal 5, man. Dang, they tripping. They always be doing this when I be sharing these videos. Wow. Y'all see this? I tell you, YouTube be tripping. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. We got 53 people in the chat, man. The like button brings the spotlight to the channel so much, man. It's crazy. All right.
Made field goal. Can't believe what just came off his fingertip. Rodney Hood. Oh, look at Lamelo.
Baller. This is the play y'all talking about. Clutch. That's who you're supposed to be giving the keys for. That's who you're supposed to be giving the keys for. Oh, hey, Osmond, we're going to play all those interview clips. Don't worry, I'm going to play them. Because also, I want to show you this as well. This is what LaMelo Ball shared on his IG story. This is going to trip you out. And we try to tell you guys that just because LaMelo Ball don't be throwing shade at his coaches or teammates doesn't mean he doesn't have an opinion. LaMelo Ball is a smart kid, and he's not fooled by the buffoonery. Shout out to Douglas Golden Child. He says, salute to my brother DJ's Ron Cut Truth. LaMelo Holic in the building. Yeah, that was nasty, Ed Houston. Osmond says LaMelo All-Star stock rose after last night. It did. Osmond says, DJ, you see LaMelo throwing shade at JB at the IG story? Oh, I just found it. Shout out to my subs who gave me this screenshot. So look at it right there. And this is a figure of speech. So he's not talking about dying. Kevin Durant's not talking about dying figuratively. He's just talking about like a metaphor. Let me die out there. Meaning, let me play my minutes. Let me be the reason why we win games. Let me struggle if I struggle. It's a figure of speech. So LaMelo, as you can see right there, said no cap on his IG story. Now, the Shines and Buffoons have told all of us that LaMelo did not care about minutes. That LaMelo was just satisfied at JB messing up his stats. But I told you guys, this brother LaMelo Ball is different. He's one of one. He's not a follower. He's not someone that you can say, hey, he wants to be like this player on the team. He's his own man. This is what LaMelo shared on IG. Like Douglas Goldenchild said, you was right, DJ. I try to tell him, bro, but I'm just a YouTuber who don't know anything. So I'm gonna let them say that. But the proof is right there. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that screenshot right there. For the people in the back that talk about, oh, LaMelo doesn't care about stats. LaMelo don't care about, it's about the team with LaMelo. He wants it all. Remember that song by Warren G, I Want It All? Money, cash, cars, diamond rings. I want it all. That young brother LaMelo, he wants it all. He wants the wins. He wants the fame. He wants the notoriety. He wants to be the face of the team. He wants it all. And some of you coaches, stop lying to these kids talking about, oh, you can only have one thing in the sport. If you get notoriety, then you don't get wins. That's a lie. Steph Curry is one of the most popular players in the NBA, and he wins. LeBron James is one of the most popular players in the history of the NBA. He wins. He got 4 championships. Michael Jordan, who they tell us is just a hard worker and never has fun. That's a lie. Michael Jordan be gambling, smoking stogies and chilling, and he wins. So to know that the story is All players want to win and want the fame with it as well. They want it all. Stop one-dimensionaling this damn kid. He is a young man, and you want him to be one way. No, let LaMelo be LaMelo. Stop handicapping him. And ironically, he says no cap on that. That is a message. Yanking his minutes. Talking about foul trouble. I saw a game where John Morant had 5 fouls, but he still played 41 minutes. But you want to tell us it's about this, it's about that, making excuses. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to conform LaMelo to make him into a passive player, which he is not. King C said, young man is amazing. He is. And shout out to the Hornet fans who are speaking up and don't want their franchise player to end up on a different team 4 years from now. Y'all keep saying, oh, LaMelo, he's just going to take that contract because he's going to need that. You don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do. You think LaMelo will be staying if James Borrego's still the coach for 4 years? Now, if you're saying this, you must be lying. For anybody that agrees with that. Do you really think LaMelo's going to be staying with the Hornets if JB, and they could go to the playoffs, they could be a 6 seed. I don't care. But if they are not allowing LaMelo to grow and progress and be a man, he's out. I'm a big fan of LaMelo, but I got to be honest, John Morant and Trae Young, they're more ahead in their development because their coaches played them more. Now, tell me if I'm lying. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. John Morant, you see that, James Rowe? I try to tell LaMelo ain't playing no round. He don't have to say anything. He's a smart brother. He doesn't have to say anything to get his message across. Out here trying to tell the LaMelo holics, the LaMelo fans, oh, LaMelo didn't say anything about JB. He complimented JB. That's what he's supposed to do. If I was in LaMelo's shoes, I would have done the same thing. I'm not going to throw my coach under the bus so the media could look at me like I'm the villain. Heck no. I'm going to play it cool. But I will find other ways to voice my opinion. So LaMelo, he's playing this very smart. Sandra Lane, shout out to the sister Sandra Lane. Peace and love, peace and blessings to you, my sister. She says, not a chance. I remember there was some Borrego defenders that were trying to tell me, or people that agree with this point, right, that, man, there's people who's trying to have LaMelo, that want LaMelo to leave Charlotte, like make it an agenda. I don't care what moves LaMelo makes because I'm going to still be a fan. I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm letting you know right now that no matter what team LaMelo's on, I'm still a fan of his. I don't care if it's the Toronto Raptors. I don't care if it's the Orlando Magic. I don't care if it's the sorriest team in the league. That doesn't change. I'm just letting you guys know, in this common sense, it's really not, I mean, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room to understand players want to be feel like they're wanted. They want to be wanted. And right now, how can LaMelo feel wanted when he doesn't even have the damn keys to the team? Don't worry, I'll wait. I told y'all, when I came back home, I was going to come back with a blaze. Like James Rose said, nothing is promised. Y'all got to start thinking of that. Nothing is promised. Louis says JJ, when he goes live, be throwing shots too. Oh, yeah, shout out to Jermaine Jackson, the real one from Detroit. A real one. He has helped LaMelo in this journey, and he's a man's man. So shout out to JJ, man. Great brother. And if you're a young baller who has talent, to make it to the NBA, you got to have a mentor. yes, you have your parents, but you got to have like a basketball mentor to help you grow. And Macrina Daniel says, I too, DJ, will follow LaMelo. Yeah, we're fans of LaMelo, so it doesn't matter. They were trying to say, oh, you just want him to play for the Lakers. I'll be the first one to say, if LaMelo is a Laker, whenever his career, is to a point when he goes to a different team, I wouldn't be mad at all. But at the same time, if LaMelo decides to stay in Charlotte, I'm not going to be mad. That's his decision. But I'm letting you all know, and a lot of you already know this too. If Charlotte keeps LaMelo, that means they have really built around him. That's the only way they can keep him. That's the only way you keep young players. Look what Memphis is doing. Memphis has built everything around Ja Morant. He is the face of the Memphis Grizzlies. They built a roster with shooters and athletes around them. So they're doing their part. If Ja Morant stays with the Grizzlies, I would not be surprised. But you never know with these players. Anthony King says, JB needs to get out of his feelings and look at the results when LaMelo is left on the court to work. Yep, above 500 record. Results over ego. That needs to be made a shirt. Results over ego. CB says, JJ mentored Kevin Durant. That is true when they played for the Seattle Supersonics. Sandra Lane says, let him play for Houston. Ooh, man. H-Town would love him out there. And one thing about H-Town fans, and you know this, Sandra Lane, if they ever had a coach, and I've never seen a Houston coach do this the way JB be doing it, but if they ever see a coach limiting the potential of a player, they're going to voice their opinion. And the Houston Chronicle out there, they don't play. They're not like these soft media members in Charlotte that's afraid to ask like basic tough questions. Like it's a tough question, but it's a tough question you can answer to. They don't, meaning Charlotte Hornets media, they never ask those type of questions. But I tell you right now, the Houston Chronicle, they do it, and they don't give a damn. It's kind of like New York. That's real media right there. I have no respect for media that does not ask tough questions because you want to keep a position and don't want to lose your media pass or whatever crap they try to do. Osmond says, look at the Raptors giving Van Fleet 40 minutes promoting only him. Meanwhile, the Hornets are trying to promote Melo, Rozier, Bridges, knowing it splits votes. Facts. What the heck is going on? I'm sorry. That's what irks me the most. The Charlotte Hornets media team. You know you got one legitimate all-star, and you have another one who may get votes as Bridges. It's LaMelo and Bridges. Even though I don't think Bridges will be all-star this year, he has the resume to get votes. But don't be on here trying to promote Hayward, Rozier, who's a cool dude. Got nothing against Rozier. Plumlee, of all people. Kelly Oubre, who's really doing well off the bench. And many more. The Hornets promoted 7 players for the All-Star. Let me repeat that. The Hornets promoted 7 players. Who does that? That's not common sense. I was thinking, do they even want LaMelo to be an all-star? Do they want him to be an all-star? Michael Young says, James Borrego is stroking Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier ego because they have a big contract. Yep. Gordon Hayward all-star. When has he been? When has Gordon Hayward been at an all-star level? I can't remember. Probably that one year with the Jazz. That's about it. He was never an all-star with the Boston Celtics. Osman says, I believe LaMelo wants to stay in Charlotte long term, but if JB stays and keeps treating LaMelo like a pass first player, I don't see LaMelo staying past his rookie contract. See, that's what they don't understand, my brother. I know, I assume, because we don't really know personally, but we can only assume. LaMelo likes the city. He likes how peaceful it is. He's not bothered around a lot like you would be in New York or LA. But at the end of the day, JB has agendas for JB, but not for LaMelo. And that's the problem. Louis says, I'm convinced that the Hornets or even the league is dictating specific treatment for LaMelo and Jello. I bet JB is following orders. Interesting. Douglas Goldenchild says LaMelo's on another level. Y'all better recognize, man. Y'all better recognize that. Consultant says, DJ, Charlotte Hornets are missing out on an opportunity. However, ego's old school ways don't work in this new generation. You better tell them. These young ballers, they don't put up with all this stuff. If you think that you're going to just get away with trying to control and micromanage players, you got something coming for you. These young players are not having it. Shout out to Asmar. He says, you see what LeBron said about JB? I didn't see that. If someone can send me a quote or something on Twitter, let me know. CB says, Louis is on point. Yeah, he is on point. George says, shout out to Raw, DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. LaMelo is a GOAT. Borrego is tripping if he does not see how LaMelo's an all-star. King C says, I am an apologetic. Talk your stuff, King C. Talk your stuff. I like that right there. Apologetic LaMelo holic. I'll be like, I'm sorry. I'm an apologetic Meloholic. Sorry for my arrogance. Terry Atwater says, we got to offload LaMelo's not LaMelo's contract. He said, we got to offload Gordon Hayward's contract or we'll lose this team. Man, hey, family. Didn't I mention that a couple weeks ago about LaMelo, not LaMelo's contract, but Gordon Hayward's contract? Like, take your losses now. Trade him to a team, agree with the team. You'll take a bits of his contract, even though he won't be on the team anymore. And it's a win-win long term. By the Hornets just keeping Gordon Hayward around and not taking their L's right now, they're not going to be able to pay everybody. And this is what the Charlotte media is not even talking about. Because they paid Gordon Hayward all that money and they extended Terry Rozier, which is dumb. And a lot of us that watch the Hornets play, Terry Rozier, he got game. We know he got game. He's not an all-star, but he got game. But I'm talking about the business of the NBA. That's not smart business. Winning teams don't do this. Sandra Lane said he's definitely following orders, for real, for real. Suave says Gordon not going forward. I mean, Gordon Hayward got to go, DJ. Wait, he's not the answers, bro. He's not the answer, Suave. He's not the answer, Suave. Sound like Kanye. Marco says Rozier is worse for LaMelo than Gordon Hayward. That's interesting. Gordon Hayward doesn't like to run. That's a big problem. Osman says, I know JB is mad after every media outlet was praising LaMelo and promoting LaMelo as an all-star spot instead of praising the JB system. Now, one media member, and I'm not talking about local media. We don't really care what they say. But the national media, which is more important than the Charlotte local media, praised LaMelo as they should and said nothing about JB's coaching. That tells you everything you need to know. That tells you everything you need to know. Atwater says, just some stats. Gordon Hayward is paid more than Zach LaVine and Damian Lillard. Y'all see that right there? Hey, look at Terry Atwater's comment right there. And I quote, just some stats. Gordon Hayward is paid more than Zach LaVine and Damian Lillard. That tells you how bad that contract is. That's one of the worst. That's probably the worst contract this year. Is the Gordon Hayward contract. I'm not saying it because I don't like his game. I'm saying if it doesn't match his play. Marco says Hayward will flame out sooner or later. Yeah, he's already in the upper room. But Terry played just as well enough to try to pull the vet leader. But I'm going to play some of these interviews, and I'm going to chime in. This should be very interesting. I'm going to start with LaMelo's interview first, and then Terry Rozier, and then after that, the wannabe good coach, the coach who thinks he's a good player, James, great coach, JB. So I'm going to start with LaMelo's interview first. Shout out to Daily Hornets Minute Podcast for the interviews.
Just keep some, play kind of got a little scrambled up. So then we threw it to T-Row, and he pretty much just told me bag up. And then he took the ISO, and then pretty much from there, yeah, just did the floater.
What do you think this team, beating Milwaukee on Saturday for 30 on Hawks and the way you guys respond to the team, collectively, you guys played today,
All right.
on Saturday?
Pretty much just coming out with the win, so that was the main thing, and we did that, so yeah, we all happy right now.
That shot was pretty tough, man. Going back.
All right. I ain't gonna lie, always did like floaters my whole life, so going left, right, straight, forward, backwards, any type of way. So yeah, I felt like it was a good shot, so yeah, I took it. Yeah.
People in the fourth quarter, we haven't seen win games like this, defending champions. What does this do for not only you, but the team kind of moving forward?
That is another win, so I feel like we're gonna go into this next game, try to get another win. Hopefully, put some momentum, and then we come out strong.
To kind of a slow start, what did you attribute that to tonight?
Slow start,
Yeah.
missing shots, not really locked in. Had to get it on defense though, and like I said, we hung with it and came out with the W. So yeah, we straight.
Were you looking for Rozier first on that play? I mean, was that he said he wasn't really feeling it?
Yeah, I mean it's all love. It's how we do. He take the ISO sometime, I take the ISO. We both comfortable with each other. Whoever got the ball, we feel it's gonna be a good outcome. So we gave it to him. He said he wasn't feeling it. Threw it right back. I'll go. And then some games I give it to him, he go.
Those floaters you talked about, you working on.
Yeah, ever since I was young. Facts. You know what? I was just when I was young, I always played up, so you can't really, playing against grown people and stuff. They all bigger, so you can't really get no shot up. So I just always just little floats, and that's pretty much how that came up. I always did little floaters. Facts.
You got Kelly's out tonight.
Right. Yeah.
What about that? And how are you guys able to kind of still come with Allen, and how much you got talent with Allen before?
Yeah, definitely miss KO. I feel like he's a great player. He can slash, shoot, play defense. So that's self-explanatory. Obviously, if you're missing all that, you're missing somebody.
So let me pause it real quick. You see what he mentioned about Kelly Oubre? He calls him KO, of course. He talks about how he's an important piece for this team because he can slash, he can shoot, and he can run. He can run. He can run. That is what fits with LaMelo's game. See, this is why I like listening to LaMelo's interviews, when he's chilled, relaxed, when he can be himself. He's letting everyone know in the media room who fits with his game. sending subliminal shots that are well needed for the Hornets to understand him as a young man, as an NBA player. Shout out to the brother Aquarius 21. He said, "Peace, DJ. Let as his rest. They can't hold back our man back. We be Meloholic, man. They better not hold LaMelo back. That's why these channels are important, so they don't get away from with this buffoonery. I better not see LaMelo have less minutes, but you know this coach is going to try to do that. This is how much of a narcissist James Borrego is. I just told you the stats of last season. The Hornets were 22-16, especially the losses being close-scored games, above 500 when LaMelo has 35 or more minutes per game. Instead of this coach soaking up his pride, not being emotional and sensitive, he wants to sacrifice more wins that they could have had just to feed his ego and reduce LaMelo's minutes. That's a travesty. When a coach doesn't want to do what it takes to win, I can't really vibe with that. I can't vibe with that. You're not about winning. If you're not doing what it takes to build around your star players. Rap Guy says, I believe JB finally trusted him in the fourth quarter. That's good that JB trusted him in the fourth quarter, but how about doing it 4 quarters straight? How about doing it for the rest of the season? All JB has to do is give LaMelo the keys, get away from this crappy zone, and give him his minutes. And trust me, even if I dislike this coach as a coach, not as a person, because I don't know him as a person, you wouldn't hear a word from me. But let's finish up this interview of LaMelo because he's spitting some gems. I love it already.
But like I said, we come in there to dub, and hopefully come back soon.
No, there were a couple moments tonight where you almost kind of seemed surprised with yourself, or like you were looking at your hand, almost kind of disbelief. What are those moments like? And I guess what's going through your mind?
Nah. You feel me? That's the left hand. You feel me? I'm looking at it like it's Jesus or something. Nah.
He was being sarcastic, but LaMelo's pretty much telling the reporter, this ish right here is not a surprise to me. My last name is Ball. It runs in our family. I believe in my game. That's what LaMelo's truly saying. Because you see how the media tries to remix every question. You look like you were surprised, LaMelo, by doing that move. And LaMelo had to say, nah, brother. I'm built for this. I'm letting you guys know I'm that guy. I'm that dude. I'm telling you, man, the Shines do not want LaMelo to make an all-star. I'm telling you right now, if LaMelo makes an all-star team, he's really going to be talking this ish. Because there's nothing you can say he made an all-star team. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Let me read some of these questions real quick before we go on. Louis says, if JB is 100% responsible, why doesn't Mitch or MJ step in to correct it? Because they're bought into what JB. Let me say this. Do I think JB is 100% responsible? No. I think it's a collective. JB is doing what his bosses are telling him to do. But I also believe that JB wants LaMelo to be a pass-first player. That's a fact. Shout out to the homie Trent. He said LaMelo really like that. He is, man. He is. A lot of people think this is new, but if you watch LaMelo as a young kid growing up into the NBA player that he is now, you know LaMelo has always been that guy.
I'm playing. You know, Shaq. I know you've seen Shaq, though. Come on. You feel me? It is the same thing as that. You feel me? Yeah, there you go. All good. All right.
In crunch time, in crunch moment, how comfortable you feel when you have the ball in your hands, 8 plays for your teammates, 10 plays for yourself? And how you handle the ball in crunch time?
I feel like I can always handle the ball. Beginning of the game, crunch time, whatever time. And then, what was your other question?
How comfortable you make plays for your teammates, plays for yourself in crunch time?
Oh yeah, throughout the whole game, I just feel comfortable. I mean, from start to finish, I don't really look at the crunch time like it's anything. I feel like you just gotta play smarter, but I mean, still be the same person, attack and everything. Don't let it change your whole game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Comfortable throughout.
Last question, Leonardo.
Hey, Melo, Thomas from Peru, congrats on the win. Melo, with all this pressure, how comfortable do you think the team feel in clutch situations?
Yeah, I feel like we feel great in clutch situations. I mean, we got a lot of big time players who been through clutch games. We all been there before, so yeah, I feel like going into crunch time, I feel like I see it come. Execute something.
So you heard that from Lamelo. He said when he's in crunch time, when he has the ball in the waning seconds, he feels confident on making the right moves, trying to win, trying to will his team to victory. Lamelo has always been that player. So I don't know why the media was acting surprised or dumb that Lamelo has always had that in his repertoire. It's always been him. It's just that previous coaches would try to control his play and won't let Lamelo be himself on the court. That joy that you see, the swagger, the bravado, that's Lamelo. Aquarius 21 says, it comes from up top first and foremost. It does. See, Michael Jordan and Mitch Kupchak, they don't get away with what they're doing right now. I know Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. We all feel that way. But let's be honest, family. Michael Jordan has the worst track record of being an owner. That's on owner right now. It's horrible. And LaMelo is really the one bright spot for Michael Jordan as an owner. See, if I was an owner and I had a franchise player that finally gave me some wins and gave me a vision for my organization, I'm letting the coach know we're building this thing with LaMelo Ball. He's the cash cow. He's the money. So don't mess up his minutes. JB, my brother, my Hispanic brother, you literally have the golden ticket right there on your bench, LaMelo Ball. If you give him his minutes and keys and let him be the focal point, you will actually keep this job for a long time. It shouldn't be hard. Months ago, I've always pointed out that JB is not a bad X's and O's coach. When he's drawing plays up for his favorite players, he can draw up some good plays. I've always said this. Again, his problem is rotations and chemistry with his players. Now, they were trying to tell us all, again, that LaMelo was just fine with what JB is doing, getting less minutes, not being a focal point. That was all cap. No player likes that. I'll tell you right now, if the Memphis Grizzlies head coach was messing with John Morant's minutes, let's say John Morant had 5 fouls entering the fourth quarter. If he reduces John Morant's minutes, that's not a good look at all. Louis says, you get it. See, that's why I'm more upset with Mitch and MJ than JB for how LaMelo are treated with their organization. Steven says, little JB would be good youth development coach, but he's not a Riley, Brown, or Popovich. He's not. Aquarius 21 says, DJ, for MJ, it's all business. This is why they slow walking all the young players. They doing it with Book Knight as well. Book Knight's 11th pick overall and can't even get a simple 10 minutes on the court. And this year, this is how you know the Hornets are psychoanalyzing young players, just like Aquarius 21 pointed out. Do you realize that LaMelo Ball and James Bouknight have not been on the court together, not one time. Now, tell me if I'm lying or not. It's odd as hell. LaMelo Ball and James Bouknight has never been on the court together, which is weird. James Bouknight has been on the court with Terry Rozier. He's been on the court with Ish Smith. He's been on the court with Miles Bridges. He's been on the court with Gordon Hayward. But you want to know why I think they're doing that? They're trying to tell by only showing Bouknight, I don't want you to pick up LaMelo's habits on the court. That's what it's all about. And it's really dumb because if Bouknight was around LaMelo more, he will pick up his creativity more. He will pick up his swagger, bravado, his fearless approach to the game. You want your young players to be around that. So I guess Bouknight only playing with Gordon Hayward, that's going to help him progress. How to not run their lanes correctly. Have fast defense. So you want James Bouknight to learn from him, but not a potential all-star LaMelo Ball. This is what you want, Hornets? Now, when I told you when I was coming back, I was going to cook, I let y'all know. So what's the next excuse, JB fans? Hornets organization, MJ, Mitch Kupchak, who ruined my Lakers at one point. I'm telling you, this organization is backwards. And there are only a few Hornet fans who speak out, who are actual Hornet fans. Shout out to Eternity. Shout out to Dave Rowe. Shout out to a lot of people, man. I could go on and on and on and on. Shout out to Jason Zimmerman. Shout out to King Veteran 78. Who've been Hornet fans for a long time. Shout out to Mad Titan Ant. He be speaking up, and he doesn't like the buffoonery that the Hornets are trying to do. But you want James Bouknight to learn from Gordon Hayward, but not from your star player LaMelo Ball. This is some ludicrous bull crap I am seeing. Backwards organizations. Let me read it. Shout out to the homie HL Kid, good brother, great man. He says, Raw True, what's up, DJ? Peace and blessings, family. Just came back from vacation. I'm already missing mama's cooking, man. I miss, before I left, my mom was cooking some stir fry with cornbread and sticky turkey. Man, I was full for days. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Terry Atwater says, who they going to put him on the court with LaMelo? Over Terry? Nah, man. Terry like that. I know. They tripping, man. Jonathan Williams, what's good with you, brother? He says, even if you replace JB, do you truly have faith in the organization to upgrade in the coaching department? That's the scary part. That's why we can't just go at JB. JB is just a puppet. Now, again, JB does like this type of style. He's come from the Spurs coaching tree. And he's already said like countless of times that he sees LaMelo as a Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Great players who are not superstars, but knows their role. But it's an organization problem with the Hornets. Louis says it's bigger than just basketball. The massive marketing, promotion, advertising dollars that the Ball brothers economy bring to that little town, MJ is messing it up. You know, sometimes the best owners are the ones that know they have a great thing and sit back. And everybody talk about Jerry Jones, but I see a lot of owners doing the same thing Jerry Jones be doing. Sometimes less action is the best action. King C says JB need to play the part of Phil Jackson. Sit back, relax, let your star do what he does and collect the checks. Facts. Everybody talking about, well, Phil Jackson was some mighty head coach. Here's the thing. When you have Michael Jordan first and then the late, great Kobe Bryant, you really don't have to do what you have to do is not mess it up. Because there was that one year, and y'all should remember this too. Shaq left to Miami, and a lot of the players from that 03-04 team went their separate ways, and it was just Kobe. The triangle didn't even look the same. So you can have the best coaches around. If you don't have the horses, if you don't have that guy, then it doesn't work. When they brought in Paul Gasol and the reinforcements that Kobe needed to have, and I'm glad they did that for Kobe because Kobe gave everything he had on the court. He was that dude. When they made that trade for Paul Gasol, I knew then, I said, oh, yeah, the Lakers about to win multiple championships. I knew it. That's all Kobe Bryant needed. That's how great he was. That's why there would never be another Kobe. Never be another Kobe, man. Terry Albert says, no, I don't know. I feel like they can run on the court during practice, but he doesn't have the lineup for LaMelo that makes sense. Yeah, the lineups don't make sense at all. That doesn't fit LaMelo's game, and it's just the coach just putting anything on there just to make it seem like it's law. My way or the highway basketball, I call it. Aquarius 21 says, lastly, DJ, Giannis loves LaMelo and indirectly recruiting LaMelo, and probably to him, he will take Jello as well if he can come to the Bucks. I can say this. The Ball brothers move so unpredictably. No one can say, oh, LaMelo won't go here, LaMelo won't go there. We don't know where LaMelo will go. He may stay in Charlotte. He may go somewhere else. But I tell you one thing, if Charlotte keeps trying to baby him and not treat him like a man and not give him the minutes he needs and not trying to play to win games, then, LaMelo could leave. We got 75 people in the chat. Make sure to get to 70 likes. HL Kid says, I bet all the other NBA players see how they treating him and they waiting to see where he go next when he want to play with him. Yep. Because I saw a tweet a week and a half ago, and people was like, man, I'm so excited for LaMelo, what he's bringing for Charlotte. He's really going to bring in some players to Charlotte. Charlotte, I like Charlotte. But is a star player want to go to Charlotte? Now, I've been to Charlotte before. And it's cool. I think it's dope. I love the people there. It's kind of like it's like another version of Atlanta. That's what I compare Charlotte to. But if you're that guy in the NBA, you want to go to a big market team. You want to go to LA. You want to go to Silicon Valley, the Bay Area. You want to go to New York, Brooklyn, stuff like that. Kendrick Moore says, JB trying to say everything happens is this playing when he be off script, but JB wants the credit. Yeah, JB wants the credit. That's why he makes it worse. He wants the credit. He wants to be thought as what Popovich is, and that's just not him. You could be good at X's and O's and still be a bad coach. If you don't know how to manage your roster, then you're not really all that coach. Phil Jackson was never the best X's and O's coach, even though the triangle that came from Tex Winters became the blueprint of his success. But really, the players, having stars, having Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, that helped. And Phil Jackson knew how to manage egos in a roster. He didn't care, meaning Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson didn't care about being the best coach ever. You know how they never say Phil Jackson is the best coach of all time? They never say that. They always say he was a man that managed egos, managed rosters. HOK says, DJ, I'm happy you had a good vacation, brother. It's always good to touch back in with family. It is, man. Family is everything. He said Melo reposted a tweet of his minutes ago. I wonder if it's the one I shared on my on this channel. I'm gonna go back to it. You talking about the one he said no cap on? Me. HL, you talking about this one right here? Because I already showed this. Subliminal message. I love it. I love when LaMelo sends those. Let you know, you better give me my minutes. You better give me my minutes. Jahi Nesbitt says, Giannis' brother, that's on the Bucks, always run up to Melo after the game. Yes, he does. There's a respect there. I like Giannis. Giannis is a great dude, man. And when he won a championship, I was happy for Giannis. I was happy for Giannis. He's earned everything that he has gotten. Louis says, DJ, do you know or hear if anyone from the Hornets Ball family listeners to your streams? Hope they hear this one. They do hear my streams. I think they hear my streams. They're not going to say it. I think media people hear my streams as well. I think HL Kid was telling me somebody used my upper room reference in a basket. I forgot who it was, but HL told me it, and I had to look at it, and it was true. So they use the fellow YouTubers lingo. They got these interns, quote unquote. Their job is to find all the related content that's what they're talking about the next day, do their research. And that's why you watch Undisputed and other shows, you listen to it, it's like, wait a minute, I've heard a YouTuber say this. So it's really the interns who are in charge of writing their scripts. They go on these social media sites and pick up stuff. But they would never give the YouTuber their props because, again, they're trying to boost up their channels, their network. But, yeah, it's a game within the game, brother. Aquarius21 says MJ will not pay $300 million to LaMelo when it's time to pay, especially if he becomes an all-star this year. Oh, yeah, LaMelo going to get big bank. He's going to get big bank. If LaMelo makes this all-star, in the words of The Wire, the price of the brick went up. The price of the brick went up. Well, how do you spell your name? You said I'm a sister. How do you spell your name? I mean, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Lois? Because I don't know why I would say Luis. He said I'm a sister. My apologies, my sister. I don't know why I say Luis. Oh, yeah, LaMelo going to get that bag, man. Now, Aquarius told him, well, you know the Shines are going to be like, oh, LaMelo, you know that LaMelo ain't going to get no $300 million. He's not like that. They got to understand the cap. The cap's going up. These players are making more money than they ever done before. Steph Curry made what? He had a $275 million contract. That's going to go up for other players. So John Morant, LaMelo Ball, they're going to get that bag. I'm gonna play this one interview from James Borrego. I wonder what he's gonna say on this one. He's probably gonna take credit for it, knowing him. We'll go back. So this is what James Juan Borrego had to say about the win. You know he's gonna take credit for it. Just
We're going to throw a major punch. They had great energy. We had great energy. I think both teams had good looks. We just made enough plays down the stretch, but I'm really proud of their effort defensively. We're getting there. We're making strides. There looks to be a value placed on that end of the floor, and we just got to continue it. And now this is not about resting and being satisfied. We got to build on this win and keep the momentum going. And you do that with your effort and your preparation, and that's our challenge, in Philadelphia.
Kind of similar game to Saturday. Lots of defense, kind of keep on the end, make some big shots. How pleased were you with the defense? That was a big focal point. Make sure Giannis didn't put a little line last night. Had 8 attempts or something. How pleased were you with that area compared to 2 nights ago?
Well, I like both efforts. Both nights we were competing our tail off against Giannis. He's a heck of a player, MVP, NBA champion, one of the best in our league, and he's a problem. You got to put multiple bodies on him. But our guys had great effort on him tonight. You put, Miles, PJ, Mason did a great job out there. But it took 5 guys collectively surrounding him and then making plays out of that. This was not one guy trying to slow down Giannis. Collectively, we were trying to do it. I thought we did a good job on Middleton. He got going a little bit there late, but we made it tough on him. We had to pressure him and try to bother him. But there's areas we got to clean up. But I'm proud of their effort overall. The mentality starting to turn defensively. And I think it's starting with they're holding each other accountable right now defensively, and that's the goal. Well, they executed. There were a couple plays that we executed extremely well. The layup down underneath the rim, I believe that was the previous possession. Great execution there in the game. I think we drew it up at the timeout. We executed that play. Then the final one you're talking about, after, we didn't get the rebound, so we could have hung our heads, but we just kept playing. We moved on to the next play. We executed there. We had a little wrinkle ahead of that one that we got to, and that was the final piece of that play, is to get Melo downhill. So great execution, big time shot by Melo. He made a heck of a play.
2 really good wins against the champions. 2 days span. One without one of your best players with the best night. What does it do for you guys mentally moving forward when you can play a team like this? You have to get better.
Well, we'll find out, Rod. The challenge will be what happens in a couple days. So either we can be satisfied with this and rest and relax, we're halfway home, or we can build on this. If we want to keep climbing, keep getting better, and move up the standings in the Eastern Conference, this is one of those wins that can propel you into that momentum. Or you can be a team that's satisfied and goes, hey, we beat the NBA champions 2 games in a row. Let's relax and not get better. The group right now just responded with, let's get better. That's what I'm going to hold them to, and they're going to hold each other to that standard. This is not about resting right now. That 2 great wins against the NBA champions. It's tough to do. Now it's about building on it, using it as momentum and validation for how we have to play night in and night out. I'm seeing the effort on the defensive end. That's where it's got to be, and that's our challenge moving forward.
JB, going on the defense, it seemed like you guys did a really good job of eliminating second chance points. What do you think about Mason, Miles, and just the rest of the guys down low?
I think they're battling. We talked about 3 areas of focus right now. Transition defense, that's just effort getting back. Secondly, contesting every shot. That just takes effort. It's not going to be perfect every possession, but having effort to contest every shot. The third layer of our defensive improvement right now is the board. So everybody boxing out. Shot goes up, we got to hit. And then go figure out how to get a rebound. Dig it out somehow, some way. And a lot of times it is the big guys that have to go get them. But the guards have to get in there and dig them out. And, all 5 guys have to gang rebounds. So it's a collective effort right now, but I love the urgency.
On the Lamelo shot, he hasn't had a whole lot of those game-winning or game-going-ahead shots, I don't think. Do you remember any others that come to mind, and are you calling his number more often in this situation?
Scott, many times he's the initiator of the action we're trying to run. It doesn't always end up with him as the shooter, but he's the playmaker involved in.
So I had to stop it right there. Not really a big fan of JB's interviews, but you notice something in Louise. I'm glad. My sister, I'm very sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but Louise. But thank you, Louise, for supporting this channel like you do and just supporting Raw Truth. But remember when I talked to you, family, right? And I said that LaMelo's not the first option as a scorer. JB just admitted that. When the media member asked him that question about how to use LaMelo, he had a big gulp, like, goop. JB had to think about it. He's like, well, he at times initiate the offense, but he's not our, he just, most times he's not the go-to scorer. But when I pointed it out, there were shines who were saying, well, LaMelo, he's getting it. He has the usage rate. He's gotten the keys. He's this. It didn't make sense what they were telling me and what they were telling all of us. I mean, you don't have to be the brightest basketball mind to know that LaMelo has not been used as a franchise player. It's common sense. And that was the point I wanted to prove. And this is why that thumbnail that you're seeing on the screen, LaMelo's time, is a message for the Hornets. This is LaMelo's time. No matter if you dislike it or not, or love it, just know that this is just the beginning. And the fact that LaMelo is overcoming all these politics with this organization. Shout out to Coach Joe. Coach Joe said, hello, fam, Raw Truth. Aquarius 21 says, only if LaMelo stay in Charlotte, not if he leave open market. They'd right if he leaves. MJ paid $180 11 years ago. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time to see what unfolds, my brother. Because he could go any other way with this. But this is a lesson. Look at all the organizations. I mentioned it earlier, John Morant, Trae Young with the Hawks, and how their teams are building around them. You have something good there, Charlotte Hornets. Don't mess it up because of ego. Don't mess it up because of jealousy. For once, do what's right and build this team the right way. I shouldn't be asking for this. Nobody should. Nobody should keep voicing their opinions on this. This should be easy. King C says, shout out to Coach Joe. More than the coach. He is more than the coach. This is why it's important to have OGs, man. They could tell you some things about life that you didn't even know. And we got Coach Joe, let you know, in the building. What's good, OG?
DJ, welcome back, my brother. Man, it's so good to see you back here on your show, on your stream, back in your home, my brother, back home in your own spot. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back, man. You know, I had to cook, man.
I heard a little bit of it while I was in the car, and then I was trying to get back in here because I got to chime in on this. All this stuff that JB finally admitted is the truth. We've been saying this forever. DJ, them dudes, those Hornet podcast dudes finally came out and acknowledged us too. on one of them Hornets live or whatever, you know, they have the different, I don't know which one it is. How y'all doing, family? Forgive me. How is everyone? It's good to see everyone. I'm so glad to be back. So glad to see everybody in the house. All of the beautiful family that is here. What's up, King C? What's up, Aquarius 21? What's up, Louise? What's up, HL Kid? Compton in the house. I hear you. What's up, Trent? How you doing there, my brother? Everybody, it's so good to see everybody so back in the house. Superior Trucking, there he is. What's up there, my brother? How you doing? DJ, he admitted it finally, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Huh? He had finally admitted it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think he finally admitted it, DJ?
The game winner helped in some ways. And it may not be the main point, but the game winner, all eyes was on Lamelo. All eyes was on the Charlotte Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
It was being played on ESPN every single time. So the media member there asked a question. And JB had I don't know if you guys realize, JB had a gulp at first before even saying anything. Like, well.
Oh, no, absolutely. And then he just said it.
Exactly.
Family, look at the position that Melo has been put in, and the evil, hear me, family, the evil that exists in this thing. And all of this has been on the shoulders of a 19, 20-year-old kid. And he's had to perform and be able to compartmentalize and block out this clear hatred and evil against him and his family, when those boys haven't done anything to anybody except love the game and be great at it. We have an NBA coach come out in the press conference to finally say, and I'm gonna tell you why, DJ, he finally said it. The game winner, because he said it before the game winner. See, in one of them presses, he said it before. And me and you've been listening to DJ. We've been listening to JB giving Lamelo secondhand comments for almost 2 years. I mean, for over a year now, right?
Right.
We've been seeing this half-measure mess forever. And look how the universe, family, the Most High, look how the universe, family, has worked on Melo's behalf. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody getting injured or hurt. That has strictly to do with them and the games they play. So don't nobody go and say, Coach said so-and-so got hurt and they were supposed to. I'm just calling balls and strikes. Melo didn't get in the starting lineup except before injury happened to his favorite pet. So rookie of the year wouldn't have even been on the table if Melo came off the bench the whole year. And Anthony Edwards would have ran away with it. The way he ran away with it. And do we not think Melo knew what was going on? Do we not know that Melo was killing them dudes in practice? See, I used to watch another young dude do this very same thing. His name was Kobe Bryant. Back in the day, way back in the day when he first came in the league, when I was standing in the gym watching him take his belt off at 18 years old on all these all-stars. Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel.
Mm-hmm.
Killing them, but couldn't get in the starting lineup. Kobe did not start his entire first year. See. And there was a lot of politics around that. So I'm watching it again now with Melo. I'm watching it again now with Melo. And it's sickening. This is where the passion of love comes from, family. When the Most High give you a gift and put you in places so you can see. Not so you can try to push your chest out and say you all great, but so you can see and go back and tell what you saw. Not take credit for it. So Melo didn't get Rookie of the Year because of JB and the Charlotte Hornets. He got Rookie of the Year because of himself, his family, and the Most High. That's how he got Rookie of the Year. So we would think Rookie of the Year would be enough. And we was telling y'all, and I've been telling y'all forever, hey, look, it don't look like this is no giving the keys. Melo ain't got no keys. Y'all have noticed I have never said Melo got the keys. Have I, DJ?
Not one time.
Not one time have I said that. And when y'all start talking keys, I just be quiet. Because I didn't want to be throwing, being a Debbie Downer. One of them Karens. I didn't want to just be that dude. So I just be quiet and let y'all do y'all thing. But I ain't never thought Melo had no keys. And the only reason he took that shot last night and made it was because Terry turned it down and gave him a turn.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason he got the shot last night was because Terry, one of the veterans, gave it to him, not JB.
Hey, Coach Joe,
yes.
I'm glad you pointed that out. You realize, you remember that movie Menace to Society, and that interrogation scene said, you know you done fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
JB was talking about giving LaMelo looks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was all bull crap.
Bull crap.
All because Terry Rozier waved off that shot and gave it to LaMelo.
And then guess what, DJ and family? Go to one of the Charlotte podcast things there on YouTube or whatever, the one that show all the videos, or Charlotte or whatever, where you see, and go listen to it for yourself. Go listen to JB after the game, Melo and Terry. They tell you what happened. And JB lied to the media. He made up some shit when they asked him what happened. That was all the players. They had an idea. They had a play that he gave them, and then when they got in the game, they saw something different because that's the way live sports is played. It ain't scripted. The way they want it to be scripted. It's improvisation, and we the best at it. Improving. Using what the Most High gave us to create, to mesmerize, to do magic. And then these jokers come along and try to take it, sabotage it.
All he had to do, Coach Joe, meaning JB, was say that, was just be honest and say that the play was initially for Terry Rozier, but he turned down a shot and made the right move to give it to LaMelo Ball. End of story.
He couldn't say that, DJ, but he can't say that, DJ, because that's the truth. Mm-hmm. He ain't been dealing in truth. He's a liar. He's a liar, and so he always lies. And if y'all go back and listen to his interview, when the reporter asked him about that play, watch how he goes on and on and on. And anybody that know anybody, if you ask that you know have lied to you, and you ask them why they lied, and they go into this long, drawn-out story, you know damn well they just lying more.
Well, we called the perfect play, and LaMelo just executed well. That's what we train our players to do, because I'm JB. I know everything. I am the analytics. I'm JB.
No, he out of his depth is where he is. When it comes to talking about Melo, he don't know what to say. Because he ain't never seen nothing like this.
Coach Joe, I want to show you, and I showed this earlier, I want to show you what LaMelo shared on his IG story.
Ooh.
When Kevin Durant
Ooh.
said, "Let me die out there," meaning like don't take me out the court. Let me get my minutes. If I'm hurt or if I'm just tired, let me on the court. Leave me in the court. And LaMelo says on the top, "No cap."
Woo-wee! See, I've been telling y'all, DJ, we said this here on DJ's Raw and Cut Truth last year, family.
Mm-hmm.
We said that we could see one day where them boys pack up from the NBA and take they thing on the road.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to the homie Flight Sports TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, HL Kid. We see you, my brother Blunt Dog. Aquarius 21. He said, "Woo-wee." Hey, Coach Joe.
Yes.
I gotta have you and Aquarius 21 on the show. He from Chicago too, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's up, Aquarius? How you doing, my brother? What's up, G? Young G? Yeah, this thing is horrible. I mean, DJ, look at how much of the magic. Look how the magic has been on mute. If y'all go and look at Melo's highlight package this year and compare it to last year, same time frame, you will see a whole different Melo. You'll be like, damn, why he ain't doing that? Wait a minute, what is that?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you this, DJ. The fourth quarters has been told, and the veterans on that team have backed JB in this narrative. Melo is not to shoot too much in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they tell him this.
That's right. They tell him, if you go look at Melo's numbers, go look at his games, you will see it. And it makes no sense because we know, those of us that have been watching Melo and know where Melo comes from, Melo knows fourth quarter is winning time. And every time we have seen Melo in the fourth quarter, no matter if it was high school or JBA or overseas or Australia, we know Melo is active and in it when it's time. They turn him into Lonzo.
Talk to him.
They turn him into Lonzo in the fourth quarters on this goddamn team. I'm going to tell you like it is. No more bullcrap. Since JB done pissed all over himself and told all over himself because he just couldn't help himself. And Terry told too. And what have I been telling y'all here, family? I've been telling y'all this. This is a grown man's league. It's a grown man's game. Melo is a kid to these veterans.
You sure did.
Okay. And until you get them, they're okay from the hierarchy, that they will listen to you and follow you and allow you to talk to them and tell them what to do. That transition has to take place. And that hasn't taken place yet. I see the beginnings of it with Terry throwing him back that ball. See? Because that's Terry telling everybody and showing everybody that know this thing what the hierarchy looks like. That he's the number one. Do y'all remember at the beginning of the year when Melo was getting announced last, and I was all excited? I was like, wow, they let Melo get announced last. Wow, man. They finally taking that step. Remember that, DJ?
No, I remember that.
And do you remember when it switched? And Terry became last?
Mm-hmm.
See, that ain't a little thing. That's a big thing for those who know. That tells you what the hierarchy is. From the organization standpoint, from the coach to the upstairs.
This is truly Coach Joe, I'm looking at that Instagram story. I'm just looking at it and just sitting back and just saying, hey, we try to tell you, these kids, you're not going to see LaMelo trash a coach in public or teammates because he wasn't raised like that.
Nope, ain't gonna do it.
But he ain't gonna be pushed around.
No. It's too many ways to communicate, and he know that.
Right.
And he ain't never been shy about it. Or scared. Or scared. Okay, so let's just keep it real. But I'm so happy days are here again. Now I am happy because now things can now begin to change, family.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes out to the public, then you know it's already been discussed behind closed doors. You know that it has been an issue behind closed doors before it gets out. Okay, so they know what's going on. So now it's getting out. And this is how it happens. The reporters who put JB on that pedestal are now starting to chip at it. Because it ain't making no sense. I saw both of those dudes on that Charlotte podcast thing. Them do, and these dudes are hired by the organization, by the way, to do these podcasts. Okay. The dude starts off by saying, just straight out saying that, I think we got to look at Melo's minutes. Sure did. He said, and he gave up. He spoke to us. He said, there are many out there who have been saying this, and we have been, dismissing them. And I think now it's time to listen to them. Go listen, family. Yeah. They turning on him. See, Melo is already turned on him. All that love fest when he went to his house, and Melo came to my house. All that old bull crap. They was talking earlier, like he was still like we talk like these is high school kids instead of grown men making money. Who understand that they have the ability and the means to do what they want to do when they have time to do it. When they ain't doing the NBA stuff.
They be like this. LaMelo sure loves them. He loves her. He loves getting less than 35 minutes a game.
And wait a minute, DJ. And DJ, check this out. This is so funny. The other dude is the playing. The other is two of them, and the other guy, he's clearly on the other side. Okay, right. So first thing he does, and what they do, family, when they play the double switch, it's why some of the native that thing said back in the day, the native said white man speaking what is it say? How you go, DJ? So forked tongue.
Mm-hmm.
See. So this is what the other one said. He comes up and says, well, let's be honest. Melo is averaging 31 minutes a game. And his usage rate is high. He started going to that, and he changed the whole subject to start talking about Melo's usage rate, which ain't got a damn thing to do with what we was talking about, which is his minutes. And that's what they do.
Crazy.
Add something into the story and then run with that as if that's what, and change it as if that's what we're talking about. And then the other guy fell for it. Of course, he started talking about Melo's usage rates too, which it had nothing to do with it. We ain't talking about no way. The show was not about usage rate. It was about playing time. And Melo is number 3 on the depth chart in minutes.
Your franchise, not even starting point, your franchise point guard.
Yes, your franchise point guard is number 3 in minutes, tied with Terry.
And Coach Joe, Courage 21 says, do you believe Melo from the starters has played less minutes? Even Blumley had more minutes last night. It's crazy. LaMelo finally had 35 minutes in how it's been a while since LaMelo had 35 minutes in the game.
You're right. Facts.
And this was against and 35 minutes in the game is nothing, especially when you're playing a defending champion.
No, it's no. Listen, DJ. We watched the way he plays Terry and Miles and Terry and Gordon. He don't take them out. He always take Melo out first. Let's keep it real. Usually the first sub for JB in the first quarter is Melo. And there's always some excuse. There's always some excuse. Well, he wasn't shooting well. Well, he had fouls. Well, his toe was hurting. Well, I think he had a hangnail. Well, I think his curls was out. There's always some bull. See, family, that's when you know it's bull. It ain't about all that. It's about playing. The people they believe in are the people that they give the minutes to. It's that simple.
Talk to him, Coach.
It's not complicated. It's that simple. See, so it's just I'm just so happy in my spirit. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I'm overjoyed. I'm overjoyed, family. I want you to know this because now Melo can have an opportunity, and it will give us the opportunity to see the real Melo going forward a little more. See, because now it's out. And let me tell you something, DJ and family. The guy who was against saying Melo was fine with the usage rate, what he ended the discussion with the podcast with is saying, well, I do agree that Melo should at least be tied with the first person or maybe second. He shouldn't be third or fourth. So he was willing to give him that. See? Wow. And what that's telling you is, family, this is about LeVar. This ain't got nothing to do with the rookie of the year. This ain't got nothing to do with the dude that's leading his team in almost every category since the beginning of the season. This ain't got nothing to do with that dude. And I'm going to tell you, DJ, also why the whispers is now, I think DJ, he said this in family. I don't think it was just a game winner. I think it was also fifth in the doggone MVP voting at his position at an All-Star game. I think that spoke really loud because there's a very good chance that Melo's going to be in that game. Y'all heard me say it. There's a very good chance that Melo's going to be in that game. And not as no contestant in one of those games.
And guess what JB's going to do, like he always does, take credit for it. Well, LaMelo's an all-star because he believed in our system and culture, and that's why he's an all-star. It's our way of coaching. And Stephen Sherwood, he said he's not LaMelo-holic, Jello-holic, keeping it real. He says JB is full of it. Melo was sent downhill. He was the third option on that play. He was the third option on that final play. Terry Rozier gave LaMelo the okay, and it shouldn't even been that way. Terry Rozier is a solid player, but he's not a star, and he's not the face of this team. Let's cut the crap. LaMelo is. So it's even disrespectful that a player that LaMelo Ball in his name is about to be an all-star, and you got players who are not stars dictating what he should do. Baby. It's the oddest thing, man. You got people laughing in the chat about that. It's just weird, man. I'm like, is this basketball?
Hey, when it comes to the balls, man, when it comes to an outspoken black man, all things are on the table. They can treat us in any kind of way. All things is on the table. Every trickery, every game, everything you can come up with. Everything is fair.
Aquarius 21 says, "Man, I'm happy to hear you, OG. Wisdom, knowledge, true understanding. Preach, Coach Joe."
Yes. Thank you so much, Aquarius up 21. I appreciate that so much. Yes, indeed. You know, I'm just sharing with y'all, family, because DDJ, this has been so frustrating, man. This year to me has been really frustrating for me. It's been hard for me to do the games, DJ. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't blame you. It's just
it's been hard to do the games, and the only reason is you in the chat and the family. That's the only reason I do it. I want y'all to know that when I do it, that's the only reason I do it. I'm not enjoying this at all. To be honest with y'all, when I'm not doing the streams, DJ, when I'm not in the Hornets play, I don't even watch the game until it's over. I don't even watch it. I watch another game, and I wait for that one to get over with. And then when it come back on my league pass, I watch it. But I look at the stats, and I look and see how many minutes Melo played and everything was going on, and then I decide whether or not I want to be bothered. I swear.
I know. Most times I'm watching the Lakers on League Pass or Rockets or anybody else, because sometimes the Hornets just give me a headache. When I'm off doing streams with you, or when there's a stream and I'm handling the stream at work, I have to watch it to be in the loop. It's like we're watching it as one, as a family, good, bad, or indifferent. So it helps a lot, but I'm not going to allow JB to take the joy away from me this season, because Lamelo, what he's doing with limited minutes is impressive. And Lamelo, again, averaging 31. AJ sent this. Terry, 32 minutes. Gordon Hayward, 33 minutes. Miles Bridges, almost 36 minutes.
Look
LaMelo,
at this.
31.8 minutes for flow. So
look at this. I mean, DJ, for the guy who is your leading scorer, leading rebounder, leading assists, leading steals, the dude is leading you in all the categories. He plays the least of your dudes. This is guys. Do y'all realize how insane this is? I don't even know how it's possible. To be honest with you, I don't even know how it's possible.
And they got the nerve to tell us, LaMelo's definitely going to stay. They show him all this love. I'm like, you don't know that.
Exactly.
He made this all-star team. Hit the price of the brick going up for LaMelo. Because I don't think the Hornets will have enough to even match the contract that he's about to get. They're hoping he don't get an all-star this year, because any young player that get an all-star appearance by the second year, I mean, that's that's money in the bank.
In the second year, when your organization has been holding you back and playing mind games with you.
Aquarius 21 says, "Please, Coach Joe, come back and do the games. It will be LaMelo golden years after the All-Star game." Oh, Coach called it too. He said,
"Yep,
when LaMelo makes his All-Star team, that's when he could be free."
Yep,
because all eyes will be on JB.
That's right. That's right.
I'm telling y'all,
right. And DJ, and all the publications, everything that goes out that's associated with them is All-Star Melo Ball, Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
There's nothing that they can do then. It's over. So when he leaves after his fourth year, it's going to be so bittersweet. Because he ain't going to forget this.
He ain't going to forget it.
Going to forget this.
When I tell people, look at the game within the game, look between your lenses, your eyes, all that stuff. Whatever glasses you're wearing, and look and read what LaMelo said. LaMelo always have one of these IG posts here and there.
Mm-hmm. Here and there.
letting you know. You just got to read between the lines.
Facts.
But if you think he's okay with playing 31 minutes a game, shit.
And being Lonzo in the fourth.
Right. Now, before any shines come in, I don't have to say before. I don't have to say it like, you know how I'm not trying to diss Lonzo. Forget all that. Y'all know how Lonzo gets played in the fourth. He's in the corner, and he's like used like a 3-and-D guy in the fourth quarter. That's how they're trying to play LaMelo.
Facts.
It's clear as day. Let's not sugarcoat it.
Yep.
Make excuses. That's exactly how they play LaMelo. And why in the hell would you do that when LaMelo Ball has that skill set to break a defense down, make them look really bad, and provide wins? Oh, Coach Joe, I also pointed out, this is the last time before I roll, Coach.
Okay.
I pointed out this season, LaMelo and Bouknight I didn't see them play together. Unless I'm missing something. I didn't see not one time this season that LaMelo and Bouknight played on like minutes together. Bouknight has played with Gordon Hayward. He's played with Rozier. He's played with everybody else but LaMelo.
Ain't that interesting?
They're trying to control his whole progression, meaning Bouknight. But my question is, JB, why do you want Bouknight to be around Gordon Hayward and everybody else who doesn't run, doesn't play defense worth a lick, half-assing and shit? Why would you want him to be around that instead of your star player in LaMelo Ball, who's confident, who loves this game of basketball, who's a rising star? That's backwards. That's coaching backwards. See, that's what I'm fed up with JB about. His lack of development and his lack of trust of young players.
See, DJ, they've been selling, and I've never bought any of it. Just so, and DJ's never bought any of it. This narrative that they love Melo and they just want Melo to succeed so strongly. Just want Melo to be the best. With their heart, Not. We see that they don't. Okay. And it's crazy to us. I know y'all in y'all head saying the same thing I'm saying in mine. This is so ridiculous. How can this be true? How can this really be true? But it is. It is true. An NBA organization that Michael Jordan owns is playing mind games with their franchise player, trying to control him and buck breaking. Michael Jordan is overseeing them dudes trying to buck break Melo. And he just sitting there, 2 seats over, looking at it. I'm hoping with all of my heart, and I'm sincerely mean this, that something comes out, a story comes out, something comes out, the truth comes out, and Michael apologizes for this treatment. Because he know better. See, all that old bravado and sticking his chest out, and I'm the MJ and all that, I can give 2 flying what about that. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a black man doing this to a black kid. Is what I'm talking about.
Powerful, Coach.
2021, and we watching it. It's in front. We all watching it on League Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's watching, and now the room is saying almost unanimously, amen. And so The next thing that we gonna see, family, and just you watch, is JB gonna be, before you know it, he gonna be gone. Because at some point, Melo gonna make it known to the ownership, to lead to Michael Jordan, I ain't playing no more for him.
Oh, that's
It's gonna
coming.
come out. I ain't playing no more for him. Get his ass out of here. And all it's gonna take is one All-Star berth. And
Man, I'm gonna be singing Negro spirituals. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. I'm be singing like a motherfucker. I cannot wait for LaMelo to be an all-star. All this bull that we're seeing right now, there's going to be a kibosh on it.
Absolutely, DJ. DJ, bring up Stephen Sherwood's comment. Where you look at this family. Look at this family. And I want to say one thing after you read it, DJ.
Right on. Stephen Sherwood says, watching the Hornets from South America, I get a fucking sick watching little JB in action. No one to shout out, running out.
Shout at,
running out of stuff to break. DJ and Coach Joe are bosses. I'm here for the therapy. Hey man, we're here to bring you peace, my brother.
Yeah, see, we feel that pain, don't we, DJ?
Oh yeah.
We feel that, don't we, family? We feel that, don't we? What Steven's saying here. And so, just so everybody, so it's said clearly and with our chest out that we have been heard, family. We have been heard. I said a long time ago on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, me and DJ said this, that there are people who listen to our shows, interns, and they go back to the various corporate entities to let them know what is being said, what is avant-garde, what is new, what is fresh. I've heard a lot of things we say on our show on these TVs while I'm watching these games. Believe you me.
All the time, Coach Joe. All the time.
And it's the family.
And Aquarius 21 says, don't forget how his manager, JJ, how he has Melo in the gym at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you. Facts.
3 a.m. in the morning, man.
Facts. See, I know the sacrifice that Melo has put in because he's a basketball Jones. I got a basketball Jones. Melo is a basketball Jones, family. Kobe Bryant is the only other one I saw in Michael Jordan. Them the three basketball Jones that I've ever seen in my life. They just love this thing. I mean, I'm talking love this thing. They'll give up anything for. They do. And so they shouldn't be effed with by little haters like that clown who's coaching him over there. That's why he got to be moved out the way. So come on, I can't wait for the date. I think it's February something. I can't wait when they announce the All-Star team, when Melo gets announced, because the gong will then go off, and JB will be on the clock. The hourglass is turned over, and the sand now is running, and he's on the clock. It's just a matter of days before you will be on the bench in your regular position at the third, fourth, or fifth, or video, whatever the heck it is, because you clearly don't know what you're doing. You have never known what you're doing. To me, you have always been over your head. And I used to try to give you a break and not ever get personal with you, JB, because I'm a former coach as well. And I don't believe in bashing coaches. But you, buddy, have shown me that you are vindictive. And you have the way you have played with Melo's minutes, and you have manipulated the team against him and around him. I have seen it. I know what it looks like, because I've seen it before. You are not an original, buddy. So I'm just letting you know that this coach here, the last I will be talking about is you, because you are dead man walking. As far as I'm concerned.
And one thing about Coach Joe, he's right. He never like downs a coach or anything. Even the Lakers, even when they were struggling, still are in some ways.
Yep.
Never bash the coach because he's actually a good coach. They're just a tough batch. Their roster doesn't really fit with LeBron and other players. AD is out. That hurts as well. The Bulls coach. We've always gave flowers to the Bulls coach because he's doing a great job. You know the difference between him and JB? Let me whisper to you. He has a resume. Yes. He wasn't holding no clipboard all the years. Billy Donovan was putting in work.
He wasn't in the. You mean he wasn't in the G League?
No, he wasn't even doing that. The Pop is like, hold my towel, JB. Thinking you can coach. Be lucky I give you a position. Cinch your old tail down and hold a clipboard.
Mm-hmm. And just for facts, Memphis bench is the best bench in the NBA right now. They score the most points right now. Memphis's bench, and right now they putting a whooping on Golden State. Yeah.
And earlier in the video,
who's leading them? Who's leading them, DJ? Their point guard that they drafted and believed in from the beginning is now leading them, and he is out there taking his belt off on Steph and Clay.
Coach Joe, beginning of this video, I'm glad you mentioned that. I was talking about Trae Young and Ja Morant, and I said even though LaMelo has more growth potential, meaning if LaMelo hits his ceiling, it's going to be big time. Ja Morant is getting better more, like progressing more, because the Memphis Grizzlies have put him in a position to have full control over his team, whereas LaMelo, they're babysitting him. They're taking away his minutes. They're politicking his situation and making excuses about fouls and crap like that. When I saw Ja Morant have 5 fouls in one game, I think it was against the Clippers, had 5 fouls, played the 8 or 9 minutes of the fourth quarter. Coach didn't want to take him out. Didn't care about the 5 fouls. So they act like LaMelo's the only one close to fouling out in most games.
JB, all that stuff is just nonsense talk for knucklehead, for people to talk about who really ain't for Melo. Okay, them people who looking for excuses. Fouls are a part of the game. Okay, you don't learn how to manage fouls on the bench. You learn how to manage playing with fouls on the floor. Okay, JB is not going to change the narrative of the game, family. Okay, this is how you do this. Okay, you have to play. And this is not a championship team, so it's no reason for this boy to not be playing. No reason at all.
And before I go, Aquarius 21, can you send me a text? I need to save. I don't think I saved your number. So if you're listening, can you send me the text again? Because I know you text me your number. When I put out a link, I'll definitely have you and Coach Joe on. Because I think that'd be that. I'm gonna be honest, that'd be a Hall of Fame stream, man.
So DJ station announcement. Right. I'm doing you're back. I'm back. So we're doing the game tomorrow. I'll be on the stream for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
Melo them with the 76ers. So spread the word, spread the news that we'll be doing. I'm back. We doing it. This is great news. I'm looking to see now. I want to see how this is going. How it's going to unfold, because it's going to unfold. It's going to unfold.
Oh, they turned up about it, man. They missed that, Coach Joe. Man, you know what's crazy, Coach Joe? And for those who asked me about my trip, man, it was great, man. It was great to be around family. And I knew I knew my job was going to do this. They first texted me, they said, "Did you enjoy your trip?" And I knew where they were going. I said, "Yeah, I enjoyed it." before you come to work tomorrow, I didn't even know I work tomorrow. Now I do. Before you come to work tomorrow, you got to get a COVID test. Like, I told him, I'm not going to get it today. I'll get it tomorrow morning. Because I'm jet lagged. I had to drive all the way to the ferry for hours.
Right.
I was not going to do the stream today, but I had to do it.
Facts. This had to be done. DJ, I wanted to do this stream.
What you said, Coach Joe?
I said I wanted to do this stream. I was boiling inside. I've been boiling inside for over a year.
Man. My conscience told me I got to do this stream because I saw that JB interview and I was like, this Sean is lying out of his teeth.
Look, when he flat out lied about that play, and I mean, I swear there's a comedian that I like to listen to sometimes named Michael Jr. Have you heard of him, DJ?
No, I haven't heard of him.
He's a Christian comedian, so he doesn't curse. Okay, but he's funny as hell. He's funny as hell. I love him to death. He's funny as hell. And he does this joke where he says, he's talking about school that so made me think of Borrego when he was answering the question. I heard Michael Jr. in my ear and saying, in my head, saying this joke. And basically what he said was, he said, when people go to college, or, after school, and they go to a regular school, you ask them where they went to college and they just tell you, regularly. I went to Cal. I went to USC. I went to NYU. I went to Harvard. I went to Yale, whatever, right? Just whatever. He said, but if you ask somebody who hasn't really gone to college, where they went to college, and it starts out like this. Well, see, what had happened was this. And they go into some story. See, that's what JB did last night on that stream. He went into some story. And he was laughing to himself. I was just watching him. I watched it twice. And I was looking, I'm like, look at this dude. He's entertaining himself. He is so busted right now. And he know he busted. That's why the reporter asked him the question in the first place, because now it's out there. We've been saying it long enough. It is out there now. JB and the organization is not for LaMelo Ball. Being LaMelo Ball. They're for LaMelo Ball being what they want him to be. And this is so an affront to me because Michael Jordan fought against being a clone when he was coming up, when he was scoring all those points, and no NBA scoring champ before Michael Jordan had ever won an NBA championship, family. Before Michael Jordan, no NBA leader in scoring had ever won a championship. So the narrative was you can't be a leader. You can't be a leader. You can't lead the league in scoring and win a championship. That's what they were telling Michael. And Mike was like, man, please, I bet you I do.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole league fought against him. Then they changed the rules. David Stern didn't change the rules, and they went with him. And then you saw Michael be Michael. So Michael knows what it feels like to be held back and hated on. So why he would be sanctioning this and overseeing this is just heartbreaking to me. So until I hear something different, that's what I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on what I see.
Powerful, Coach Joe, man. I'm glad I did this stream. I had so much on my mind.
I'm so glad you did. Yes.
And I told myself, man, I don't care what these shines say. I'm going to speak truth. I'm not bought. I'm not paid for. Coach Joe's not bought. Definitely not paid for. And he's a coach. Coach Joe, you've been coaching for years.
Years.
All types of talent. And you're not the only coach. Coach Ant and many other coaches. It's funny. Coaches are pointing out this coach is not playing LaMelo the right way. The coaches are. I've talked to coaches who are not LaMelo holics, but they appreciate his game. Say the same things. Oh, I don't know what that team is doing. Coaches I talked to, I asked them, is LaMelo Ball being the main guy for the Hornets? No, not at all. Not even close. These are what coaches tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Who are objective. And wait a minute. Like Aquarius 21 said, DJ, tell them to get the likes up. We have 91 in the chat. We got 90 plus people in the chat. Y'all got to get the likes up because the likes help with the algorithm. The algorithm helps where if someone misses my video, they can see it on the search. That's what the like button is for.
And when y'all don't like it, when I'm on here spitting like this, it hurt my feelings. So can y'all like the video, please?
Shout out to Coach Joe. And again, this is why it's good to get back to Coach Joe because he's saying things that, let's be honest, a lot of people are afraid to say. None against them. It's just that it is what it is. So how about you donate to Coach Joe, $BaseCat. I repeat, Cash App, Coach Joe, $BaseCat for speaking that truth. We call it Raw Truth Ties.
Raw Truth. Only place you can get it here. DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Can't get it nowhere else.
Giving you the raw content that you all deservedly need.
Facts and facts and facts.
Man.
DJ, you know what? When you called me earlier, I was trying to get my behind home. I was with my girls, and it's out of school. But the Most High just saved it because when I got here, I turned on the phone and I saw you still on. I was like, oh, thank God, thank you, Most High, thank you, because I just had to get this off my chest. I've been holding this for over a year, and I just couldn't hold it no more.
Mm-hmm.
DJ, will you highlight Louise? Right, thank you. You sure did. Thank you, right there. That's one of my heroes, James Baldwin. One of the most beautiful books that he wrote was called Fire Next Time. Where he said a black man being aware in America is like being in a constant state of rage. I understand what that feels like, and I understand what that meant. And as he says here, I can't believe what you say, because I see what you do.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what they do, family. They do that old Groucho Marx, Richard Pryor joke on us. Who you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes? And that's what they've been doing to us. No, we all good. Everything is all good. We love each other here. Yeah. Airbnb, JB, we over his house eating, and notice nobody said not a doggone thing about the food they ate. Now you tell me you get a room full of black men, okay, together, young black men together, and they don't talk about the food? That's because it wasn't nothing to talk about. You understand? Got to read between the lines, family. So they sold us this bit of goods, but I'm glad it's been blown up like TNT. As Mark Twain said, I love one of them sayings he said about the truth. He said, a lie can go around the world 3 or 4, 5 times before the truth can get out the bed and put his pants on. But once the truth gets his pants on, lies on the ropes because it know its time is up. I've been waiting for this day. And that tweet that you put up there, DJ, that KD put up there that Melo liked, I've been waiting for this day.
Oh, yeah.
Because ain't no slaves around here. And we ain't scared.
No doubt. I had to leave that Instagram post up, man, for the people in the back.
Facts.
Because they thought they could just, keep punking LaMelo and treat him like he's just another player. But I told you guys, Coach Joe has reminded you all that This young player is a fiery player. He's just respectful because he was raised not to cuss out elders, be disrespectful. But one thing about Lamelo, he'll find a way to get it done. He survived Lithuania. He survived how the so-called scouts were diminishing his game because he played in the JBA, and then he survived high school when they ranked him number 22 overall, even though he averaged near a triple-double. I've never heard of that in my life. You average near a triple-double. You're going to be ranked really high.
You mean like our boy get almost triple doubles almost every game, not every game, almost every game, not every game, like almost every game, and JB never say anything about it?
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Check out, look what Aquarius 21 put right there. Can you put that back, DJ?
Which one?
The one that you just had there. Look, I have won 5 world championships coaching football out the States. I am a coach. Yes, I love that. Yes, I could feel it. Glad to hear that, my brother. Yes. If you're around during the game tomorrow, DJ will have the link out. You can put the link in.
Yeah.
Coming to the stream tomorrow.
Joe, did you see him on? Did you hear him on the show that one time? He almost sounds like you.
You know what, DJ? I can't remember right now because I'm just in this place right now. You know what I mean? I'm here right now because I'm telling you, when I say to you, DJ, this has been on my spirit. I've been dealing with this for over a year. I have, my brother. I've been waiting to hear this. I've been waiting to hear the cracks. I've been waiting to hear the cracks start cracking because a lie can't stand forever. That unbelievable go one way. I heard Dale Curry trying to explain on the feed what that shot was that Melo shot. He couldn't even. Now this dude is considered, before his son was, clearly playing NBA basketball, in his day considered one of the best shooters in NBA history. Okay, so this dude knows about shooting. That's why his sons can shoot like they shoot. Okay, he couldn't describe what Melo did. First, he said it was a floater. Then he said he was a jumper. Then he said he weighted his legs. He said then he jumped off the wrong foot. He flummoxed Dale Curry shooting the ball. A great shooter. Couldn't describe.
It takes a baller to impress Dale Curry.
Come on now. He watching this dude in practice, watching him in all the games. They know what they see. I can hear Dale. He keeping it on mute. The only person that's getting there having any fun, guys, is Eric Collins. I want to be Eric Collins one day.
Oh yeah, Eric Collins, that dude.
Eric Collins, the only one having fun, and Ashley Chamonix. And that's all I'm gonna say.
That's about it. Hey, Coach Joe, man. Aquarius 21, man.
He says in. He says in tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Just text me. Just send me a regular text because I know you got my number, Aquarius. Because I want to save your number. Because I was deleting stuff for space. You know how these iPhones are. And if you didn't put no name on it, so I accidentally delete that text. But can you text it again, my brother? I'm going to save it. And when I get the stream ready for tomorrow, I'm going to send you the link for the stream. I'm telling you right now, and this may sound like I'm being ultra confident, but I don't give a damn. Tomorrow's stream with Coach Joe and Aquarius 21 is probably going to be one of the best streams on the show in a long time.
I can't wait. I'm looking.
Both of them for Chicago too. Chicago.
Are you kidding me? I can't wait. I can't wait. Getting the families getting back. Melo's coming back. I mean, DJ. I got to give a shout out to Juju while we here. I want to give a shout out to Juju Knows Hoops for the stream that he did where he said he got some things wrong about Lonzo. Did you hear?
Yeah,
Did you?
I saw that. Very Juju Knows Hoops is probably. I mean, he's a ascending. His channel is very underrated. He does his homework. He watches film. I love watching this content, man. He's a dude.
Yeah, so that show was really, really, really powerful. I mean, I like Juju. Period. We know our family knows how we feel about Juju. But that particular show I wanted to just put out because I wanted a teaching moment here. Humility is not saying you're sorry to somebody else so that they feel a certain way about you. That's not what humility is. Humility is you recognize you made a mistake and you go correct it for its sake, because it's about who you are, not about them or that thing. Because all you were doing in that moment that you said it was being true in that moment to yourself. You was being true to yourself in that moment. That was a true moment when you saw those things and said those things about ZO2. And now you see something different. It's okay to change.
Mm-hmm.
That's life.
Talk to him, coach.
And the great ones do that. They change.
Powerful. And Aquarius 21, it was the 469 number, brother. The 469. Khalil says, you know DJ and old OG when he's struggling with the iPhone. Hey, man, I'm 29, about to be 30. But I do have an old soul, brother. But
that is a fact.
But y'all know this when y'all got the iPhone S's, iPhones, and your storage, and you're just trying to get rid of storage. So you deleting messages that doesn't have the same saved name on them, and you're deleting everything just to get storage. Because when you do YouTube, it takes a lot of storage, and you got to restore the storage. I'm gonna have to give me another phone. I just gotta use this. I'm probably gonna use this phone, OG, as just my regular phone, and buy another phone, an iPhone, for my YouTube, because it takes a lot, man.
Oh, DJ, I was muted. Sorry. That's a great idea, and you can write that off.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can write this. Sure can.
You can write that off. And with all these, just so everybody knows, in America, the cell phone penetration has been what they call saturated. Okay, there's everybody who is eligible pretty much to get a cell phone has a cell phone. So it's not a lot of customers to fight over. Okay, that's why you see these mergers and with these big companies, because they by themselves, they know they can't do it. So what they do now is they steal each other's customers, and they steal each other's customers with deals. So DJ, when you get that other phone, make sure you get a deal on that phone where it's free, not a loan phone, but a free phone.
Makes sense. Might have to
because they're giving away free phones right now. Samsungs and iPhones.
Yeah, I might have to do that because the store just I can't. I mean, I'm using this one app and I can't really download anything after I made a long video. And it won't let me download because the storage is not. Yeah, it's a trip.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, DJ. Appreciate you. Thank you, family, so much. Appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you for stopping by, man. Any last words, Coach Joe?
Just DJ, thank you so much, man. For you being you, man. I want to give a shout out to you for that video you did with your mom, man. I thought that was so powerful. For those who haven't seen it, go back and take a look at it. It was such a powerful video on so many levels. But the love and the relationship that you and your mom had came through so strong, and I'm just so grateful to the Most High that you have that, my brother.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate that, and thank you for sharing that to the world. And thank your mom as well, by the way.
Oh, we'll do Aquarius. I'm gonna send you this StreamYard link. Just private message me your number on the
private chat where it says private
chat on StreamYard.
When you come in, yeah. See, yes. So I thought that was very powerful on so many levels. About mother and son relationships as well. To see the love between a mother and a son. And to see the support, just the love and the 100% support and love she has for you is just so beautiful, my brother. We need to see more of that. And so I appreciate you showing and sharing. Thank you, family, so much for coming into the chat today and being a part of this, this momentous day. Okay, we on the verge. We get Meloholics getting back to it. We will be here tomorrow. I think the game is 4:00 Eastern time. They play the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's 4:00 Pacific.
4:00 Eastern time. Yep. No. Pacific time, 4:00. It's 7:00 Eastern time. Yes, exactly. So thank you, DJ, for that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. DJ, have a wonderful evening.
You too. And Aquarius, follow me on Twitter. You can give me the number on Twitter. So here's the link, my brother. Right here. So follow me on Twitter so I can exchange numbers, have you on the stream with Coach Joe. But peace and blessings to everybody, man. It was good to be back. And this is just the beginning. We're almost there to 6,000 subs. You know what it is. DJ's Raw, Uncut Truth, and I'm out.